Hello and welcome to section 3 of Breathtaking Communication, Tools and Techniques for Everyday Leaders. This section is called What Comes Next? Chapter 10 is an introduction and it's followed by 3 other chapters. But rather than take you through each of them, they're quite short, I'm going to read you a little bit of the introduction and then the chapter titles. And then we'll skip to section 4 after that in our next video. Chapter 10, Introduction. Having read and understood the why behind the exercises in the previous section, you should now have the foundation in place for effective spoken communication. You are ready to take your speaking to the next level. Let's consider what we have done in rediscovering our innate ability to use our body and voice to communicate. It's almost akin to finding an old musical instrument in the attic that we've dusted off and cleaned up. The next step is to start playing it. It contains all the notes, tune, and music that it was designed to play. It just needs you to bring them alive. That's where you are now. Depending on the role modeling and lessons with which you grew up, you have learned much of what you already need. But as with any learning, you have a mixture of good and bad teachers, and this is what you've learned to emulate. Even if you've had very good role models communicating around you for everyday conversation, it's usual that when people are put in the spotlight to speak, much of the good practice that comes naturally evaporates as nerves take over. Even if you can reframe that as excitement and use breathing skills, the ones that you've already learned, there is a potential that you could do better, be more engaging, and connect with your audience more. That is what this section is all about. In this chapter 10, I've covered a couple of things that don't quite fit in anywhere else. They fall somewhere between section 2 stuff and section 3 stuff. One of them is about reading aloud. The other is the resonance scale. But then the title of the next 3 chapters are: How do I keep people awake when I speak? How can I speak with clarity? And what can I do about my accent? And no, that's not a question for you to answer about my hybrid accent. I'm quite at home with it. Thanks very much. Anyway, enjoy reading the book. I hope you are. And I hope if you have any questions, you'll feel free to ask them below. Thank you for your attention. Bye.